Hot dog. Okay, let's go ahead and hit this, and we'll just continue where we left off in the last video. Welcome back. I don't know why I said hot dog. I was we watched for Christmas, right? We watched It's a Wonderful Life, and if you ever seen that movie, it's cinematic perfection. It's amazing. You should definitely watch that movie if you haven't. For the holidays and stuff, it's great. It's a good Christmas movie. Hey, this needs to move this way. I needed to move this even further to meet that, so we're gonna put the hammer. We'll let the hammer go. I needed to come this way anyway, so we're just gonna do that. So I think that's where the hot dog came from. Let's go ahead and sell the shields on the open market. These are 9s. I'm gonna put them here because there might be people who want shields, and I can just put them right there. We need to, in order for them to be able to make them, I think we need more steel. Let me just take a look here. Price is very elevated for steel. We're gonna grab 10 of it. I don't know if we need, wow, very elevated prices everywhere. I think this is what happens when there's war, right? So yeah, we can maybe sell some of our iron. We have a lot of wood, actually. We could sell some of our wood. It's 55% inflated price. We could sell it instead. I'm not sure who wants to buy it, but we, you know, a little bit of extra cash to trade with here. We can do that, you know, just a little bit of resource juggling. No big deal. Bringing our point right here into the center. And we didn't learn anything here other than this is this. So I think we're probably good to just leave this. We could go ever so slightly more purple on the ornamentation. We know this is the balancer, so maybe I go engraving this way. We can balance it that way and just a little bit more that direction. All right, the Atlantean staff is selling for a lot higher price, so I didn't focus on that. I didn't focus on refining that yet. We can work on that next once we got the sword doing really well. All right, so what do we got? 7.4. And there you go. Have fun with that, guys. You know, Trogmore hates me. Now, if I take a look at this, my relationship with Trogmore is still level 3. Trade blockade with a sudden stop to resource exports and the suspension of all orders. Yeah, so I can't give them anything. This is, I think, just during the wartime, though. And now we have 161 to 204, so they're going to stick around a little bit longer. The problem I'm going to have here is that I'm trying to keep... I think my goal here is to keep one of each race, you know? But that's really difficult to do. And then now we have another... City of Dwarves. We have another one here. Lowers the gold paid by kingdoms for new contracts. Gross. So that still keeps happening. Mist Lake, though, is on the chopping block. These humans. And we're doing really well here. I like this. And I want to keep these guys around, too. I need to help them out. I don't know if I can help them out enough, though. Their intention right now with Crumval. Crumval is a 54 military power. Okay, I can keep them. I can get this. Needs a 6.4 celestial crossbow. 25 weeks? Man, would I like you to switch. One more week and you can switch to something I got. Can you do that? Switch to something I know how to do, will you? Celestial crossbow I don't have. I got the strange crossbow, which I've never made before. Probably want to organize that and see. We'll spend 1 week doing that just really quickly. See if we can just learn a little bit about this thing. And then we'll accept a contract if it's different. Now they want the troglodyte bow. We can accommodate that one. Let's go ahead and do that. So that'll make them a little stronger and keep them alive a little longer. Let's go like this. Trying to learn where these things are. I'm going to go this way ever so slightly like that. Should be almost balanced. Not quite, but very close. Okay, we're starting out with a 6.0 on the strange crossbow. It's a pretty good starting point, actually. That's nice. Pretty good. I pat myself on the back for that one. There we go. Okay, now we need to make this. We know how to make this already. We're pretty good at this one, right? Troglodyte bow 7.3 is what our base is, so we should just be able to kick this out pretty quickly for him. We know these things already. Help them stay alive, man. Well, Twistbeak and Runebeck. The dwarves are gonna attack each other now. That's the way it is. There can only be one, I guess, according to them. I probably should have moved my... I should have moved my balance marker. Whoops. Well, we're gonna have to shift it next time. That's surprisingly balanced for where it was. Oh, interesting. Okay, everything's good here. We need to shift red a little bit more, so we'll put the balancer on this side. Just a hair. Help kick it over just a tad. And it will help Mist Lake before the war starts, so I don't mess up any... Yeah, I don't want to mess up any relationships. It's a 9.0 bow now. Here you go, guys. Enjoy that. All right, so now they can stay alive. 92 military power against 54. If these guys do get in a war, it'll be Crumval that falls. That's good. Okay, so Twistbeak is fighting Runebeck. Runebeck's military power is embarrassing. So Twistbeak is going to dominate that. That's fine. We can help them. Celestial crossbows. Maybe I should start working on those, huh? Seems like people like those. Celestial crossbows. Celestial crossbows. Did I not buy that pattern? I don't think I bought that pattern. It's right here. God, it takes a lot of resources, doesn't it? Sure does. Let's learn how to make them. Right. Where is it? Where is it? Am I missing something? Also, the Atlantean staff I should learn how to make too. Celestial crossbow right here. Just make one. And again, we just kind of slide these things around and see if we learn any clues. Yeah, we'll go this way, this way, this way. Try to keep it somewhat balanced while we're learning clues. Copper prices have returned to normal. Leave engraving alone. Should be right in the middle on the balance here. Very good. And we're at 6.1 on a start. Nice. 6.1, I don't think that's going to help. Oh, here we go. Hellarain has a request now. And I like their stuff. I want all favor gains is good. So they want a spectral staff. Ugh. You guys all want things I don't have. Twistbeak. I'm going to accept this contract because I can make a 7.4 celestial crossbow. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I can make it. All right, so we know we can make a 6.1. Now let's see if we can improve this just a little bit. Got some good information. That's on. Good. So we don't know where the materials is going to have to be. I'm going to go here. And we'll just do like this to help balance it. Because it was pretty much dead in the center last time I did this. We didn't learn anything here, so I'll just leave it alone. And again, didn't learn anything, but we do need to go slightly that side. So I'll just go like this on engraving. There we go. Balanced as it should be. 6.6. At least it got a little bit better. We'll just throw this in any store. It's fine. Just sell them. Yeah, we don't need to stack them or anything. I just want to see what the difference in price we can get for it is. So this is a 0.9. This is a 0.9. This is like an extra 10 gold. It's fine. Still holding the shields in case anyone wants them. Draconic swords. I can do that. Spectral staves. Strange. These guys want obsidian shields. They want 9 of them. I have 8. I actually have more than that because these guys have 6. And they're making the same things as I am. So we can actually just take this, stack this, merge that. We have 14 now. Got shields in stock, and if anyone wants them. Okay. I think I can't make the celestial crossbow. Like, I just can't make this super good. But we can try it out again. So we have a 6.6. Now we know that this goes this way. So how about we move the structure that direction? Got 46 weeks to get this, so plenty of time. Let's adjust the temperature. Actually, it needs to be this way so it can go even further that direction. Mist Lake, I helped you. Now it's time for you to help yourself. This has to go this direction. Inlay, we'll put it here. That should balance it, I think, or at least be very close to balancing it. There we go. 5.6 again. Reduced quality. Okay, so we went the wrong direction. They're still buying them. That's fine. We're still making money. Let's see if we can refine this again. So 6.6. We will need to learn things. Okay, materials is going, let's say that way. And we'll go here for the balancer. Okay, temperature has got to be there. Now we know where that is. We know that this is the balancing one. So power is somewhere. A crossbow or probably biased towards accuracy, I would think. So let's maybe get the hammering all the way over. Ooh, it's actually sliding over. Let's go like this. The hammering needs to bring it back in anyway. There we go. Ornamentation, let's go maybe there. Might need to be a little bit further. We'll go there. And then the inlay is going to be our balancer. And I'm thinking because those two are all the way over, I'm going to go like that. Almost. With a buffer zone, by making a bigger batch, that would have been fine. Somehow that's even worse. It's okay. You know, these celestial weapons, they're difficult to learn. It's fine. We got time. 6.6 is still our best. And these things are pretty much right on, so that's okay. The balance being off there might have been what happened. Now we can see this. Let's go power here. Balancer will be this side all the way. There we go. And then, okay, so ornamentation needs to come this way. So we'll go here, structured there, and then maybe just ever so slightly. Where are you at? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So I need to go out like that to balance it. Come on, give me a good one. There, 7.1. Okay. Not quite there yet, but we're getting close. Let's slap it in here, see if we can sell it. We're getting very close. Celestial crossbows. All right, we kind of figured out what's going on with that round. Let's get round 2 information. Okay, so this has to go even more towards power. Wow. Okay. That'll probably fix it then. That'll get me up there. Ornamentation went too far, so it's got to go here then. I don't know where it's got to go, but it's going to try to go there. And then I need to go about like there to balance it out ish. Nope. Just need to go even further. It's fine. That's an 8.6. All right. We have a design that we can now sell for the celestial crossbow. And so next is actually fulfilling this order, which is like that. And we can now fulfill this order and help Twistbeak out. Just to make them even more powerful. Helping our friends. Hellarain is going to need our help pretty soon here too. I don't think so, actually. Crumdor is not as strong. Crumval. Wait, what? Yeah, you're in political tension with Corumdor. Yeah. So these guys. So 145 versus 126. So I need to help you guys again too. We will be doing that. I think Mist Lake is toast. I mean, I got to get you some help. I got to get you. There needs to be more humans on the map. You're all by yourself now. And this was this is where it fell to have high quality. So with a balance being in there and then add a good enchantment, we should be able to make, I think, a 10.0 crossbow here pretty soon. Oh, I should probably try out some enchantments for this shield. We're at a 9 without the enchantment, so not that big of a deal. 8.9 seems pretty dang good, man. Okay, so that contract's fulfilled. We need to help Hellarain. So they want a spectral staff. You guys are fine, right? 20, 72. Yeah, you guys are fine. Crumval, whatever it is. It's messing with me. It is Crumval. The font is weird because this looks the same as that. I mean, I think we can all agree that this letter with this font is basically the same as this. Maybe there's a slight variation, but come on. Those are basically the same letters, especially if you're zoomed in now. I have to see it on my screen from far away. That looks the same. But when you click this, Again, that's the same damn letter, man. There's a little... It goes this way ever so slightly. There's like a bend on the left side for the U and like no bend like that. And then the bend is a little different on this side for the V. But come on. You can see the difference here. That's a different font. That needs to be adjusted. That sucks. Anyway, these guys should be toast. Mistlake should be able to do that, but I want to help Hellarain before Karamdor here starts to open up on them. So let's accept the spectral staff, and now we need to create the spectral staff. So we need to go get it first. That's the first thing. So let's go get that design. And then what we want to do is we want to forge this, but we're only going to forge one at a time, just like we've been doing. We want to get a feel for what we're dealing with here. So we'll slide things over a little bit, go extremes, see if we can maybe get one of them perfect. That'd be great if we can just nail the balance in some way. Go that way. And ornamentation, yeah, this looks pretty ornate here. Let's go like that. Reinforced inlay, sure. Some engraving, yeah, probably something like that. We'll see if that balances it out. Seems pretty good. And we start our journey with the spectral staff at a pretty good rating. We're starting at a 5.2. Not bad for the first one. So put that over there, give you a decent price to sell it, and then we'll try again. So spectral staff, go make one of them. And we didn't learn anything here, so we'll just leave it alone. Didn't learn anything here either, which is weird. Let's refine that balance just a tad. Okay, and then we learned things here. Most of our education came from this side. So this is our balancing arm. We're going to slide it all the way over. This one's going to go, let's say, here. This one's going to go here. Maybe. Maybe it could be here. Oh, we'll see how that turns out. It should be an improvement, but it isn't. It's a 5.2. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this, whoops, put that there, please. There we go, and try it again. So spectral staff going in like this. All right, so we learned a little bit about the energy this direction. Materials might be this way. Structure, let's bring it this way just to help balance it a little bit. Okay. Didn't learn anything in this section yet, but we have a fairly low quality, so why don't we try swapping them just to see if that helps anything? And then here we're perfect, although I don't think I can... I need to bring the purple over a little bit, so why don't we just bring that like 1? Just to see if we can bring that over to get it balanced. I needed to go one more. Okay, it's fine. 5.3. Hopefully we're learning things. There we go. And one more should do it. I'm hoping that we got some information on that second round. And the second round needs to inform me better. There we go. All right. So with that done, the balance can come over here to help the purple slide over. And then for this, I'm going to bring it over even more. And that should help it scoot over, hopefully. Welcome to the new age. The third age dawns, introducing charming bureaucracy and orders that grow increasingly incoherent, if not downright impossible. Behold the grandeur of the system. Okay. So we have access to tier 3 now, is what you're saying. A lot of people around here. And so we have some new elves. All right, cool. So 3 dwarves, 2 goblins, 2 elves, and Mistlake all by itself without a lot of military power to help them out. We're going to have to do something to help the humans. Those poor humans are just not taking care of themselves. All right, 6.0 is our best one yet, but it's still not good enough to fulfill the order. So we're going to want to keep going and keep working on it to get an order that can satisfy that. Okay, finally something on this. So we want to go maybe this way. We'll balance it out by going that way. There we go. These are good, just the way they are. And then this is good, just the way it is. I think. Maybe it's here. Ooh. I think it's here. I don't want to get it off balance. There it is. Okay. So, come on. Tell me the good news. That's great. All right, we're up to 8.4. We figured out the staff. Staff is figured out. So now what we want to do is forge the order. So the whole order, just the way they want it. Go. Yep. We can actually improve it even further because the materials needs to go this way a little bit more. So we'll balance that out. And then we have no resources for this. So I need to get iron and steel. Yeah, I've been neglecting this a while, trying to get these orders fulfilled. I've been neglecting this. So let's get some things restocked here. Wood is in good... wood's got a good price, so we're going to buy all of it. Gems are somewhat fairly priced. I guess we'll just buy all of those too right now. We need more steel. It's about average price. We'll just load up. Let's just stock up. Yeah, we can just stock up on this stuff. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but we can do that. Copper's actually reduced price too. We'll just buy a bunch of materials here. You know what? Fur is a little high, so we won't go all the way, but now we're fully stocked. So 27,000 left after fully stocking our stores. And then we have sulfur now and thirium, a mystic ore resonating with time-bending energy. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say about that one, but okay. That's what I have to say about it. We'll merge this. Anyone want shields? Is there anyone that wants shields? We're still on dwarven mazes, eh? Anyone want shields? Dwarven hammers. Dwarven hammers. Mist Lake? You want some shields? You're not really in tension with anyone right now. 126 and 145. Yeah, I'm going to bump that by 82 in a second, so. I might have this workshop work on... Well, the spectral staff, I feel like that's something that you would want to have like a really good enchantment on. So I'll probably try enchantments after this order to see if I can improve it anymore. Crumdor and Hellarain. Yeah, we're gonna fulfill this order, and then it won't matter. And then our side, our elven friends will win that fight as soon as I do this. Atlantean, triple the price. Oh my god. Of course it is. The thing that I'm not making. Yeah, I was going to say, don't you dare go too far over that direction. Bring yourself back. There we go. A 9.0. That'll solve that order. Go. And then I probably should try out this Atlantean thing, yeah? The staff from Atlantis. Probably should try learning how to work this. Jeez. Temperature, hammering, balance. So let's take a look over here. These guys are still hungry. They still want more. Mist Lake has an order now. They want obsidian shields. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Here you go. Some shields for you. Enjoy that. All right. So what's next? Obsidian. Elven bows. I'm not going to help Crumdor, even though I could. I could help them, but they're fighting my friends, and I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want that to happen. My friends are... Increases production of ethereal, strange, and glacial weapons. Not as helpful as... These guys are more helpful. Huh. Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you. Here you go. Enjoy that. Now Hellarain's going to embargo me. But, you know, it's fine. I helped a little bit. So what do I got? 187 versus 182. Pretty balanced. That should help keep the peace. When you have very equal military power, it usually helps to keep the peace. People don't think, you know, like the whole mutually assured destruction thing. When you're very equal in military strength, you don't really see a lot of benefit to attacking each other. You don't think there's an opportunity there as much as, like, you know, Crumble is basically done. Somebody could just go bully them, you know, that kind of thing. Let's make sure Twistbeak is still good. 254. So they're not. Well, I mean, they're not weak. They're still the overarch, like they're still the champion as far as military strength goes on the map. Strange crossbow. Did I make these yet? Did I make strange crossbows yet? I don't think I did. We're trying to learn a little bit about these Atlantean staffs. Atlantean staffs. Like from Atlantis. All right, so 4.4 is my first try. It's not too shabby. Let's pop this here. I like how they'll... Well, I thought they had an embargo against me. They shouldn't want to buy this. I'm going to put it over here. See how you like that. Let's go like this. So another Atlantean staff, please. Atlantean. God, say it right. Atlantean, Atlantean, Atlantean. Say it over and over again if we must. Bring the energy back into control a little bit. Okay, we nailed the hammering. You could even say we had great hammering. Let's bring this like that for a second. Twistbeak and Trogmore. Oh, Trogmar. Good. How great. We'll go like that. Didn't learn anything on that second phase, unfortunately. All right. On the third phase. So 5.2 is an improvement. Stick that over there. It is an improvement, but we can do better. So let's again do this. And we can go this way. Yep. Let's go there and there. Slide that all the way over. Our balancer. Okay, temperature has to come back up. I'm going to go on this side for temperature. Since hammering is all the way over here, we can bring the balance back by going about like that, I think. Got to bring the purple back in play. Or back into the center. Okay, and then these are... I'm not sure. I'm going to leave these exactly as they are. But I do need to bring red just a little bit over, don't I? So we'll go like that. All right. That leaves us with 5.1. It's not really getting any... It's not getting much better, you know? You just got to learn information on them. That's why I like the dwarves and helping them, because they give me that extra chance to get that hint. That's what I want, that extra hint. So I want to keep helping them so I can do that. You want a 6.4 with an enchantment. Yeah, I can help you out, because that might give me the extra stuff that I need. So this is with the enchantment. Now I'm going to take the enchantment off of this really quick, because I'm still trying to learn how this one works on a baseline. But at least I have the contract in place for later. So these two are perfect. And then we have some more information on temperature. We'll bring that back. Take the balance one over here. And go like that. Got to figure out where that sweet spot is. All right, same thing here. So this goes over more. This one goes over, like say here. Ornamentation is going to slam to that side. All right, tell me we got better than the 6.4. We did. 7.7 now. Excellent. So we'll just go ahead and put this over there. They're going to embargo us after this anyway. And now we can go ahead and forge this, because we have enough information, I think, to go on here. We'll do a full 15. And we'll put the earth enchantment in there. It is going to move the balance point, but I can adjust the balance slider to accommodate that. So this is going to slide a little further over this way. We'll bring the structure balance that way, just to let everything move to the left a little bit better. Okay. I went just a tad bit too far there, but it's okay. We have a lot of purple here. Balance is going to go in the center so that we can kick it back over. Maybe like that. Nailwin? Nailwin is a new player. I don't recognize that name. We have Nailwin now. Who is... Oh, okay. That's the other elves. Okay, I just didn't say their name out loud before. All right, how are people doing here? 141 to 136. Still very close. You're not going to destroy each other. You'll be fine. I don't need to make anybody mad. Mist Lake's intention with Nailwin. 124 to 147. So if we want to save the humans, we're going to need to help them out. Luckily, they want something we know how to make, so that's good. We can look at that in a second. As soon as we make these staves, then we can make more staves for them. Pretty good balance so far. I like it. I'm not sure what kind of quality the enchantment gives us here, but we're going to go like this. And that should help the quality even further. Hopefully it doesn't throw it too far out of balance. All right. Crumdor and Helene have finally made peace. Good. They're very close in military strength, so they shouldn't fight each other anymore. Right dead center. Look at that. Very good. 6.9 though. Didn't go as far as I thought they would, but you know what? We did it. Okay, so Trogmore is once again mad at us. That happens. We'll go ahead and give them the staff. See, you can get some of it too. Make you feel better? You guys want some Atlantean staves too? We can accommodate that. Let's go ahead and accept that contract. And then, again, we need to forge them. Now, we know how to make them as 7.7. So that's without the enchantments. We just made a spectral staff, though, didn't we? No, they wanted Atlantean staffs. Yeah, this is just the same thing we already made, isn't it? I think so. We're gonna make 15 of them though, and we know that Earth is a bad one for this one. Since it's Atlantean, makes sense to be water, right? Let's see how good a water enchantment is for this type of staff. So it shifts it a little bit to the red here. We're gonna bring the structure over, I think, all the way at this point. There we go. And we should see, I should see 7.4 or more on this. I have enough information now to make this, so I'm making a full batch. If I don't see that, then we might be in trouble here. Let's go balance here. You got to push it a little further this direction. Because with only 21 weeks left, it takes me, what, like 12 weeks to do a batch? So I only have one more chance if I'm going to do it right. Because it takes 6 weeks to test a design. We're dead center, man. I don't know if that's where I want to be on the balance there, but I can't go any further over, so. And yeah, widen that zone for me. There we go. Right in the middle. Loving it. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Got lucky. Okay, so it's a perfect enchantment. Yeah. Figured that was the case. And clearly it's a very good 9.9. Makes a lot of sense. So we'll give you this. Honestly, it's way better than you deserve. We'll go ahead and do that. And then we'll make a bunch more of these. I think it's pretty good. We should have more of these to put in. Let's merge that. Yep. And then what else do people want? Who do we want to help? You guys are 164 now. You can hold your own against Nailwind. So if you go to war, you can hold your own against it now. Let's see. We've maxed out our reputation with Twistbeak. They love us, and they're going to grant us 1 extra hint to each production. Super good. So what I can do now to take advantage of that is to simply make things that I haven't made before, like the Dwarven Hammer. Haven't made this before. So we can start making this and see about getting better here, and then getting more hints here. Now what we could do, I'm going to pause this production really quick. We're going to merge this. I have 11 shields. That's fine. I'm going to have you guys stop making the shields, and I want you to start making man, only the axes. Really? Axes with a water enchantment. That's not what I want you to make. That is interesting. You know, I'm not sure who else would want. I've seen like randomly they'll want an elven bow and stuff, right? So why don't we have you make an elven bow, and we'll try it with an earth enchantment. You guys can just make that. Add the earth enchantment to it. It'll probably be okay. We'll see how well that quality actually turns out. I'm going to go to the guild. There's a tier 3. I'm going to say that's a U. Makes no sense as a V. So that's a kukri. Sharp curve designed to bid graceful farewell. That's our first tier 3 weapon. And I want to experiment with a tier 3 weapon now and see what that's about, because they're going to be worth a lot more, I think. Let's go ahead and put this over there. Those two can handle themselves just fine. And we are starting out with a 3.3 on that hammer. Nobody really wants it. So we'll lower the price to make it more attractive so that you'll buy it. There you go. Let's take forge weapons. So we have 82,500 now. We can go garden, increases weapon batch size and production speed. And then this, what's this? Why is it lower? Is it because of a friend benefit? Gems. Increases the number of exotic ingredient slots in the guild shop. Applies next refresh. I mean, might as well. Increases the batch size of exotic ingredients available in the shop. Might as well. Improves the effectiveness of alchemical elixirs. I have not used them yet, but when I start using them, they'll be very effective. Garden. I want this. Increases batch size, production speed. All that stuff is good. Style, sturdiness, etc. Very good. Mark of the Ancients. Very good. And rune etched vow. Would make sense. It's a U, would it? Increases the style and sturdiness of bonus blah, blah, blah. So we're just, yeah, getting all those upgrades there. And then workshop speed production on tier 3 stuff is good. Maximum production is good. This one adds one more additional production slot. That's $48,000. I don't want to do that. Not yet anyway. Let's just increase our capacity for things a little bit more so we can have more ingredients. And then let's spend money on ingredients instead of on just those. So we'll max this out. Let's go in and buy some extra steel. It's not super suppressed, but we'll buy a little bit. Here's some leather. We'll buy a little bit. Just got to keep the shop running here. Let's I can buy a little bit more iron. It's fine. And then I think I want that and quality of life stuff. Reduces the delay between automatic training post income collections. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Like the collection's still giving me 100% of the money I've earned, so I don't really care when it collects, to be honest. Adds a reroll option to refresh guild shop offers. I'm fine. High density inventory. Expands inventory capacity for weapons ready for sale. That's what I want. There. And then this one again, it's going to expand it even further so I can have more weapons for sale. Ideally, I just have a bunch of different things that I want to sell. I can leave them in here, and then when people request them, like I did with the humans, I just, here's your shields, right? I want to be able to do that more often. And ooh, look at this. Look at the islands. Oh my goodness, look at all of that. Hey, there's actually stuff going on over there now. Isn't that nice? There's some, it's like some pigs, some farming going on over there. Okay. I'm not sure what I can do with the whole elixir thing though. I want to figure that out too. Let's figure out what the dwarven hammer needs. We didn't learn anything here, unfortunately. We'll swap this over since the rating wasn't very good. Nailwind and Mist Lake. Like I said, Mist Lake's going to take care of itself. It'll be fine. Temperature is going to go this way. Balance is going to go that way. And then inlay is going to go that way. Engraving is going to be here, I guess. And we'll just go this way with this to try to push it to the balance. Went a little too far. It's fine. All right. Where are we at now? 4.4 is an improvement. It's small, but it's there. At least somebody wants it now. We'll go like that, I guess. We could probably sell the Atlantean staff for pretty good, I would have thought anyway. Maybe Mist Lake wants it. That said, though, if we get a contract that wants staves and they don't designate wanting a enchantment, then I can give them one with an enchantment, can't I? Ooh, look at this. They want tier 3. That's what we're making, is tier 3. We're gonna try to make tier 3. So our first tier 3 is this, and it doesn't use any of those extra ingredients that we just got. It doesn't use any of these. So let's try this out. This is a 2-week project to see how this new tier 3 weapon goes. And there's a lot of hash marks in there, man. There's a lot of options for that sweet spot now. Let's just go like that. Try to keep it in balance-ish. Ornamentation going this way, inlays going that way, engraving's going this way. Just to see where we go as a starting point here. Tier 3 weapons, starting out as a 2.2. I would imagine these more difficult ones are going to be harder to get right. Definitely don't want to make 15 of them. Let's go structure. We'll bring the structure back down. Elegant. It looks pretty elegant, honestly. Structure could be very elegant. Materials unalterable. Maybe it's a mystical thing. Could be. Energy could be controlled. I think that seems good. We'll try that. Okay, so we know balance needs to go this way. We'll try that for a second. We got hammering. Actually, perfect first try. So, great. And then we want to slide that all the way over. Okay, next is here, inlay. Got it right first try. Okay, I don't know how I did that, but all right. Let's try minimal. Minimalist here. Honestly, I just kind of want to keep it where it is. We'll slide this just a little bit more that direction both ways. See how that goes. Okay, and I know it's not balanced, so I'm just looking to learn information about the other stuff. 4.9, it's pretty good. Sell it here and try it again. Tier 3. See what we can learn. So nailed that. Good. Go all the way over on controlled though. Okay. Needs to go even more to the accuracy on the balance. So we're already as far over on temperature to balance it out as we can. So we'll have to make up the difference in level 3 here. So this is our balancing one. We know that. So I think structure will go here and ornamentation is going to slide over just so it doesn't. Yeah, I want this line to shift just a little bit to the left here. Perfect balance. Just as it should be. 5.0. Okay. We're getting better. We are improving designs. This is the game for me right now, is basically just improving designs. I don't know how much. Give me your thoughts in the comments. I'm gonna wait a couple days before I record the next one because I kind of want to get a feel. I'm recording right now before I've released episode 2, so I don't exactly like. I know you guys wanted more. At least it looked like you guys were gonna want more, but I don't know exactly how far. So I'm gonna get a feel for comments and stuff and get your feedback on it after I record this one. Okay, let's say, yeah, that one's got to be all the way over. So we already know where that one is. And then the last thing to do is structure. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and say it probably belongs over here then. We'll go engraving there, and then this has got to slide all the way over. Almost totally balanced. All right, that's where we want to be. That's an 8.3. We're good there. We're going to just raise the price there a little bit, sell it in that market. And then we're ready for anyone who wants that. We're ready for it. So they want a strange musket. Okay. Strange musket. I've spent all this time. You know, I might help you. If you weren't fighting Mist Lake, I would help you. But because I already have the bows. But I'm gonna pass on that. Troglodyte mace. Celestial crossbow. I'm good at all these things. Okay, so we'll just make this. And then let's add an enchantment. We know we can do really well here. So let's add an enchantment. With this being Elven. You know, like Sylvan or Earth makes sense to me. Let's try the green one. See what kind of enchantment that does. We'll make a full batch. And that means we can add a little bit of a grace period. Or a little bit of a comfort zone here on the balance. Also, these bows can go down here. Just so they're ready to go. For any contracts that might want them. Let's take a really quick look here and see if there's anything else. Anything with red is what's changed since I last looked at it. They want a different enchantment. Otherwise, I could help them. Spectral staff. Okay. How about you guys? Ah, here we go. So, but you want a different enchantment, though, of course. However, I know I can hit this quality. So do I want to help you? Let's see. Just cause forge. I mean, I like it. Ethereal, strange, fine. Your intentions with Bronmite. I didn't even know Bronmite existed. It's right down here. So that's fine. We can go ahead and accept that contract. And then I'll just make it with a different enchantment next time. Because I know I can get that quality right. And in the meantime, we'll have these that can just go on the market somewhere, I guess. Oh, like the enchantment shifts it over. Yeah. Okay, so now I need to adjust my balances. Wish I would have looked at that. Good thing is this engraving needs to be even more this direction. So now we can just go. Never mind. That's not good news. That's bad news. That's very bad news, actually, because you know, you can't go any further over this direction. So we're not going to have a balanced sword here, but it's fine. This is not the contract sword. We just didn't pay attention to the fact that the enchantment moves the center point. So I would have probably done it differently on the first 2 stages if I had known that. This is a perfect enchantment for the sword, though. So we're up at 9.4 anyway, even without the balance. That's very good. We'll put that there for now, and we'll forge what they want here. There we go. Now this shifts the balance all the way this way. That's kind of nice because that's much easier. A lot of the stuff is on the purple side for this one, so I'm gonna let that go. Let that balance just shift all. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. Never mind. That's the wrong way. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Nope. Might have screwed the pooch there. Just a bit outside the balance zone. Just a bit outside the balance. I don't think I don't think a buffer zone is going to matter today. That first round was pretty much sealing the deal on this balance, but with this enchantment, if it's okay anyway, maybe at least it'll be 6.4, hopefully. They were not going to like using these swords, but you know, hey, I'm not the one that set the minimum requirement. You can talk to your king about that. All right, and let's see what we get. At least 6.4, hopefully. It's going to have pretty poor balance. Yeah, that's about what I should have expected there. We'll dump that on the market for them to buy, and then we'll redo this a little bit better this time. Now, this enchantment we know is average, but this is what they want. So that's what we're going to put on it. And then we're going to do this way smarter than last time. As far over as I can go, really. I can't go much more over than that, so. It's still way over here, even though I slam it all the way over. And the perfect zone for the sword is simply... At least it's more centered now, right? At least it's more centered now. I don't think we can get it balanced. Not with this enchantment. It shifts it too far to that direction. Now strange crossbows. It's always the things I don't have in stock that are in high demand, you know? Seems like that's always the way it is. Okay. This is close, but not quite there. And it's not going to be. With this enchantment, it just can't be balanced. But hopefully it's at least a 6.4. Damn. Oh my gosh. We got lucky. There you go. Enjoy that. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here now. So your military strength is up to 202. 252. You're not in you're in tension. I mean, these guys are toast. That's all there is to it. These guys are toast. Celestial crossbow. It could help you guys. You're the only humans left on the map. And experience gained seems great to have you. So I'm going to do this one. I can do celestial crossbows. And I'm pretty sure I can do it to this quality. Although that requirement is a little bit weird. But we can try it. So celestial crossbows. We have an 8.9 usually. But with an air enchantment, that might be different. So I'm going to do one run with the air just to see. It shifts it this direction. Okay, balance. Oh, we already know everything about this, don't we? We have perfect knowledge on this, I think. Let's move hammering back a little bit. Try to keep it balanced to this point now. Yeah. Okay, we know more about this than I remembered. And then all the way over there. All right, gem prices are down. We're at 8.8 on that. It's fine. We'll just throw that on the market somewhere. Here you go. You guys can have that. Enjoy. You can buy that for me. And then we'll go ahead and forge this order. And we might as well forge all of them because we know they're going to be great and they're going to sell. So we'll do that. We leave the settings exactly as they are. They end up balanced. So we'll just do that. Sulfur prices are down. Okay, let's take a look at the market really quick. So it told me that Gem prices were down. We'll buy those. Steel prices are supposedly down, but the graph is showing it elevated. It's decreasing over time, so it's going to come down. Copper's in a good spot for me to load up on. It's an okay spot to load up on. We'll go average here. You can go average here just to keep it in stock. Steel, I mean, we're going to need it, so I'll just do this. And then sulfur price supposedly is down, but it's marked on average, so whatever. Bows, just pop them, merge them like that. There we go. Do anyone want to buy the bows? We can put the bows here. They actually really like them, so we can put the bows here. Let them sell over time. About like that should be good. Let them sell in the market over there. Elven people liking their elven bows. This was balanced, I think. I think that was balanced when I left it. So this should be a really good rating. We should have no problem selling these. Both of the contract as well as on the regular market. It should be no problem at all. There we go. And then we have to slide this all the way over to get it balanced on that side. And there it is. It's in the zone. Is it going to stay there? Oh, boy. Oh, I thought that last red one was going to kick it over. Oh, you dirty little... Okay, so 10 out of 10. Celestial Bow. Perfect enchantment for it, too. Very good. We'll send that out. And then we now have the Celestial Bow there. Now what we can do is stop this production as soon as it's done here. Let's stop that. We're going to want to give that into the marketplace. So why don't we send... we'll send the bows. We'll put them back on the market here. We'll just merge that order. That's fine. And then they don't want them because they're too expensive. So we'll bring this down. Yeah, we'll just bring this down to like there, let's say. Let them buy it for 650. Now what we can do is we're going to have you guys... I want you to forge the thing I just made. Why can't you forge that? Why can't you forge that? That is a perfect celestial crossbow with an air enchantment. It's perfect. It's exactly what I want you to do that. How come I don't have that as an option here? Are there only certain things you can do? Go back to the guild. Workshop. Let me see. So this one here increases the odds of workshop bonus production. Okay. Maximum batch size, workshop production speed, but where's the part where you can make more things? I thought this would enable tier 3. The thing I'm trying to make is tier 2, so maybe I need this before I can make that. I'm not sure. Here's exotic materials. Here we go. Alchemy effects. Flask of deflation. We don't know what these things do. Reputation polish. Ooh, an ether pearl. Okay. Okay. Persuasion sap. Battle balm. Flask of deflation. Okay, so these are just different effects. Persuasion sap. Okay, so we have a lot of things. I think I'm going to take some ether pearls just to see what they do. Let's take some lesser ectoplasm. And why don't we also... Looks like we're starting to get into firearms as well. We'll take the pistol design. And we'll see about making pistols now, too. We want to get these tier 3 ones locked in because they're going to start asking for them more often. So I'm going to work on that. In the meantime, though, why don't we... Actually, you know what? Just before we do that, let's see what this does. So we're going to use this. And then... Oh, I can't use this yet. So I have to put the ingredients to the cauldron to create an elixir. To the cauldron. So... What is that? Because I don't have a cauldron as far as I know. Adds a second active. Oh, adds a second active contract. Oh my goodness. We're buying that. Now I can do 2 at once. Oh, that's very good. Increases the chance to obtain a new realm with positive traits. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in here. We're gonna take a look at that when you guys, when I get your feedback. So I'm gonna leave it here. and I'll come back and I'll play after I've released this video. I'll play again. So it's going to be a couple of days at least until there's another video. And I want to see your feedback on what you're thinking of it so far. Okay? So thanks for watching. Appreciate you. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.